Not here yet. The time is nearly up. If only he hasn't... There he is! Come in. There is no one here.
I found a note from your house. What does it mean?
I must speak to you.
Indeed? And in this house?
I could not see you at my rooms. They have no separate entrance. Come in. We are quite alone. Their servants are asleep, and the Helmers are at the ball upstairs.
Ah, so the Helmers are dancing this evening. Really?
Yes, why not?
Quite right. Why not?
And now let us talk a little.
Have we two anything to say to each other?
A great deal.
I should not have thought so.
Do you really think me so heartless? Do you think I broke with you lightly?
If not, why did you write me that letter?
Was it not best? Since I had to break with you, was it not right that I should try to put an end to all that you felt for me?
So that was it? And all of this for the sake of money?
You ought not to forget that I had a helpless mother and two little brothers. We could not wait for you, Niles, as your prospects then stood.
When I had lost you, I seemed to have no firm ground left under my feet. Look at me now. I am a shipwrecked man clinging to a spar.
Rescue may be at hand.
It was at hand. Then you came and stood in the way.
Without my knowledge, Niles, I did not know till today that it was you I was to replace in the bank.
Well, I take your word for it. But now that you do know, do you mean to give away?
No, I have learnt prudence. Life and bitter necessity have schooled me.
And life has taught me not to trust fine speeches.
Then life has taught you a very sensible thing. But deeds you will trust?
What do you mean?
I have no one to mourn for. No one to care for.
You made your own choice.
No choice was left me.
Well, what then?
I must have work, or I can't bear to live. All my life, as long as I can remember, I have worked. Work has been my one great joy. Now, I stand quite alone in the world, aimless and forlorn. There is no happiness in working for oneself, Niles. Give me somebody and something to work for.
I cannot believe in all this. Is it simply a woman's romantic craving for self-sacrifice?
Have you ever found me romantic?
Would you really... Tell me, do you know all my past?
Yes.
And do you know what people say of me?
Did you not just say now that with me you could have been another man?
I'm sure of it.
Is it too late?
Christina, do you know what you are doing? Yes, you do. I see it in your face. Have you the courage, then?
I need someone to be a mother to, and your children need a mother. You need me, and I need you, Niles. I believe in your better self. With you, I fear nothing.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Now, I shall make the others see me as you do. No, I forgot.
Hush, the tarantella. Go, go.
Why? What is it?
Don't you hear the dancing overhead? As soon as that is over, they will be here.
Oh, yes, I shall go. Nothing will come of this after all, of course. You don't know the steps I've taken against the Helmers.
Yes, Niles, I do know.
And yet you have the courage to...
I know to what lengths despair can drive a man.
Oh, if only I could undo it.
You could. Your letter is still in the box.
Are you sure?
Yes, but...
Is that what it all means? You want to save your friend at any price? Say it out! Is that your idea?
Niles, a woman who has once sold herself for the sake of others does not do so again.
I shall demand my letter back again.
No, no.
Yes, of course. I shall wait till the Helmer's come, tell him to give it back to me, and then it's only about my dismissal. That I don't want it read.
No, Niles, you must not recall the letter.
But tell me, wasn't that just why you got me to come here?
Yes, in my first alarm. But a day has passed since then, and in that day, I've seen incredible things in this house. Helmer must know everything. There must be an end to this unhappy secret. These two must come to a full understanding. They must have done with all the shifts and subterfuges.
Very well. If you like to risk it, for one thing, I can do, and at once.
Make haste. Go, go. The dance is over. We're not safe another moment.
I shall wait for you in the streets.
Yes, do. You must see me home.
I've never been so happy in my life.
What a change! What a change! To have someone to work for, to live for, a home to make happy. Well, it shall not be my fault if I fail. I wish they would come. Ah, here they are. I must get my things on.
No, 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 I won't go in. I want to go upstairs again. I don't want to leave so early.
But my dearest girl,
Please, please, Torvald, I beseech you. Only 1 hour more.
not one more minute more. Nora, dear, you know what we agreed. Come in. You're catching cold out here.
Good evening.
Christina!
What, Mrs. Linden? You're here so late?
Yes, I ought to apologize. I did so want to see Nora in her costume.
Have you been sitting here waiting for me?
Yes, unfortunately, I came too late. You'd gone upstairs already, and I felt I couldn't go away without seeing you.
Well then, just look at her. I assure you she's worth it. Isn't she lovely, Mrs. Linden?
Yes, I must say.
Isn't she exquisite? Everyone said so. But ever the dreadfully obstinate, dear little Nora creature. What was be done with her? Just think. I almost had to force her away.
Oh, Torvald, you'll be sorry some day that you didn't let me stay. If only for 1/2 hour more.
There, you hear, Mrs. Linden? She dances her tarantella with wild applause, and she's well deserved it, I must say, though was perhaps a little too much nature in her rendering the idea. More was, strictly speaking, artistic. But never mind, the point is, she made a great success, a tremendous success. Was I to let her remain that, to weaken that impression? Not if I know it. I took my sweet little Capri girl into my capricious little Capri girl, I might say under my arm, rapid turning around the room, courtesy to all sides, and the same novel's lovely apparition vanished. An exit should have been always be effective, Mrs. Linden, but I can't get Nora to see it. By Jove, it's warm in here. What? No light? Of course, excuse me.
Well,
I've spoken to him.
Aunt?
Nora, you must tell your husband everything.
I knew it.
You have nothing to fear from Krogstad, but you must speak out.
I shall not speak.
Then the letter will.
Thank you, Christina. Now I know what I have to do. Shh.
Well, Mrs. Linden, have you admired her?
Yes, and now I must say goodnight.
What, already? Does this knitting belong to you?
Yes, thanks. I was nearly forgetting it.
Then you do knit.
Yes.
Do you know you ought to embroider instead?
Indeed? Why?
Because it's so much prettier. Look now. You hold the embroidery in the left hand, so when to work the needle through the right in a long grapeless curve, don't you?
Yes, I suppose so.
But knitting is always ugly. Just look, your arms so closely to your sides. The needles are going up and down, and there's something Chinese about it. Like they really give us a splendid champagne tonight.
Well, good night, Nora, and don't be obstinate anymore.
Well said, Miss Linden.
Good night, Mr. Helmer.
Good night, good night. I hope you'll get safely home. I should be glad too, you have such a short way. Good night, good night, good night. At last we got rid of her. She's such a terrible bore.
Aren't you very tired, Torvald?
No, not in the least.
Nor sleepy?
Not in a bit. I feel particularly lively, but you look so tired and sleepy.
Yes, very tired. I shall soon sleep now.
There, you see, I was right, after all, not to let you stay any longer.
Oh, everything you do is right.
Now my little lark is speaking like a reasonable being. Did you notice how jolly Rank was this evening?
Indeed. Was he? I had no chance of speaking with him.
Nor I much, but I haven't seen him in such good spirits for a long time. It's splendid to be back in our home, to be quite alone together. Oh, you enchanting creature.
Don't look at me in that way, Torvald.
Am I not to look at my dearest treasure? Out of the loveliness that is mine, and mine wholly entirely mine?
You mustn't say these things to me this evening.
I see you have the Antilla and Tarantella still in your blood. That makes you all the more enticing. Listen, to all the people are going now. Nora, soon the whole house will be still.
Yes, I hope so.
Yes, don't you, Nora, darling? When we are among strangers, do you know why I speak so little to you, and keep so far away, only to steal a glance at you now and then? Do you know why I do it? Because I am fancying that we love each other in secret. That I'm secretly betrothed to you. No one else dreams there's anything between us.
Yes, yes, yes. I know all your thoughts are with me.
And then, when the time goes, I shall put the shawl over your smooth, soft shoulders and glorious neck of yours. Imagine that you are my bride and that the marriage is just over, that I'm bringing you for the first time to my house, that I am alone with you, first time, quite alone with you, while your trembling loveliness. All this evening I've been longing for you, and you only. When I watched you swaying and swirling, my blood boiled. I couldn't endure it longer, and that's why I made you come home with me so early. I see you're still teasing me, little Nora. Am I not your husband? Who's there?
It is I. May I come in for a moment?
Oh, what can you want now? Wait a moment. Come, it's nice to look you in.
I thought I heard your voice, and that put it into my head. This dear old place. How cozy you are.
You seem to find it pleasant upstairs, too.
Exceedingly. Why not? Why shouldn't one take one's share of everything in this world? All one can, at least, and as long as one can. The wine was splendid.
Especially the champagne.
Did you notice it? It's incredible the quantity I contrived to get down. Why shouldn't one have a jolly evening after a well-spent day?
Well spent. Well, I haven't much boast of any in that respect.
But I have, don't you see?
I suppose you have engaged in a scientific investigation, Dr. Ink.
Quite right.
Bless me, little Nora talking about scientific investigations.
Am I to congratulate you on your result?
By all means.
It was good then.
The best possible. Both for doctor and patient. Certainty.
Certainty?
Absolute certainty. Wasn't I right to enjoy myself after that?
Yes, quite right, Dr. Ink.
And I say so, provided you don't have to pay for it tomorrow.
Well, in this life, nothing is to be had for nothing.
Dr. Ink, I'm sure you're very fond of masquerades.
Yes, when there are plenty of amusing disguises.
Tell me, what shall we two be at our next masquerade?
Little featherbrain. Think of your next already?
We two? I'll tell you. You must go as a good fairy.
But what costume would that indicate?
She's simply to wear her everyday dress.
Capital. I don't know. What will you be of yourself?
Yes, my dear friend. I am perfectly clear upon that point.
Well?
At the next masquerade, I shall be invisible.
What a comical idea.
There's a big black hat. Haven't you heard of the invisible hat? It comes down all over you, and then no one can see you. And now, goodbye.
Goodbye, goodbye, my dear fellow.
Sleep well, Dr. Ink.
Thanks for the wish.
Wish me the same?
You? Very well, since you ask me. Sleep well. Well.
He's been drinking a good deal.
I dare say. Torvald, what are you doing there?
I must empty the letterbox. It's quite full here. There'll be no more room for newspapers tomorrow morning.
The letter. Oh, no, Torvald.
2 visiting cards. From Rank.
From Dr. Ink?
Dr. Rank. They were on the top. You must have just put them in.
Is there anything on them?
There's a black cross over the name. Look at it. An unpleasant idea. It looks just as if he was announcing his own death.
So he is.
What? Do you know anything? Has he told you anything?
Yes, these cards mean he has taken his leave of us. He is going to shut himself up and die.
Poor fellow. Of course I knew we couldn't hope to keep him long, but so soon. And to go and creep into his lair like a wounded animal.
When we must go, it's best to go silently. Don't you think so, Torvald?
He had so grown in our lives, and I can't realize that he's gone. He and the sufferings, loneliness formed a sort of cloud background of sunshine of our happiness. Well, perhaps it's best as it is, at any rate for him. And perhaps for us too, Nora. Now we two are thrown entirely upon each other. My darling wife, I feel as if I could hold you close never so long enough. Do you know, Nora, I often wish some danger might threaten you, that I might risk my body and soul and everything, for your dear sake.
Now you shall read your letters, Torvald.
No, not tonight. I want to be with you, my sweet wife.
With the thought of your dying friend?
Oh, you're right. It's shaken us both. Unlovingness has become between us thoughts of death and decay, and we must seek to cast them off. Till then, we remain apart.
Torvald. Good night, good night.
Good night, my little songbird. Sleep well, Nora. Now I shall go read my letters.
Never to see him again. Never, never, never. Never see the children again. Never, never. Oh, that black icy water. Oh, that bottomless. If only it were only over. Now he has it. He's reading it. Oh, no, no, no. Not yet. Torvald. Goodbye, goodbye.
Nora?
Ah!
What is this? Do you know what is in this letter?
Yes, I know. Let me go. Let me pass.
Where do you want to go?
You shall not save me, Torvald.
True? Is what he writes true? No. It's impossible. This can't be true.
It is true. I have loved you beyond all else in the world.
John, no silly invasions.
Torvald,
Wretched woman, what have you done?
let me go. You shall not save me. You shall not take my guilt upon yourself.
I don't want any melodramatic airs. Here you shall stay and give an account for yourself. Do you understand what you have done? Answer, do you understand it?
Yes. Now I begin to fully understand it.
Oh, what an awful awakening. During all these 8 years, she has been my pride and joy, a hypocrite, a liar, worse, criminal. Oh, the infallible hiddenness of us all. I ought to have known it would be. I would have foreseen it. All your fathers want a principle. Be silent. All your fathers want to be principle, no religion, no morality, no sense of duty. How am I punished for screening him? I did it for your sake, and you reward me like this.
Yes? Like this?
You've destroyed my whole happiness. You've ruined my future. Oh, it's frightful to think of. Am I in the power of a scoundrel? Can he do whatever he pleases with me? Demand what he chooses? He can domineer over me as much as he likes, and I must submit. All this disaster and ruin is brought upon by an unprincipled woman.
When I'm out of this world, you will be free.
Oh, no fine phrases. Your father, too, was always ready with them. What good would do me if you were out in the world, as you say? No good whatsoever. He can publish his story all the same. Might as well suspect of collusion. People might think I was at the bottom of it. All egged you on. All for this, and I've you to thank. You to whom I have nothing but pet and spoiled during this whole marriage. Do you understand what you've done to me?
Yes.
The thing is so incredible, I can't grasp it. But we must come to an understanding. Take off that shawl. Take it off, I say. I must try to pacify him. One way or another, the matter must be hushed, cost what it may. For you and me, we must make no outward change in our way of life. No outward change, you understand? Of course, you will continue to live here, but the children cannot be left in your care. I do not trust them with you. Oh, to say to this, oh, lovely tenderly, who I'm still... But it must be a thing of the past. Henceforth there would be no question of happiness. No merely of saving ruins, but the shreds, the show. What's that? So late. Can it be the worst, can he? Hide yourself, Nora. Say you are ill. Yeah, it's from him. You shall not have it, I shall read it.
Read it?
Hardly the courage to. We may both be lost, both you and I. I must know. Nora! Nora, oh! I must read it again. Yes, it is so. I am saved? Nora, I am saved!
And I?
You too, of course. We are both saved, both of us. Look here. He sends you back your poor missionary note. He writes that he regrets and apologizes. That a happy turn in his life. Oh, no matter what he writes, we are saved, Nora. No one can harm you. Oh, Nora. But first, to get rid of this hateful thing, I'll see. No, I will not look at it. The whole thing shall be nothing but a dream to me. There, it's gone. He said that ever since Christmas Eve. Oh, Nora, they must have been 3 terrible days for you.
I've had a hard fight for these last 3 days.
And in your agony, you saw no other outlet, but no, we won't think of that horror. We can only rejoice and repeat, it's over. Don't you hear, Nora? You won't say to understand it. Yes, it's over. What is this set look on your face? Oh, my poor Nora. I understand. You can't not believe that I have forgiven you. But I have, Nora, I swear. I've forgiven everything. And I know what you did for me was out of love.
That is true.
You loved me as a wife should love her husband. And it was only the means by that, in your inexperience, you misjudged. But do you think I love you any less because I can't give you without guidance? No. Only lean on me. I will counsel you, and I will guide you. I should now be true of a man in this very womanly helplessness. Do not make you so dear my eyes. I have forgiven you, Nora. I swear I've forgiven you.
Thank you for your forgiveness.
No, stay. Where are we going to go? Do.
To take off my masquerade dress.
Oh, yes. Try to calm down and recover your balance. I'm scared, little songbird, you might rest secure. I brought your wings to shield you. Oh, how lovely and cozy our home is. Nora, here you are safe. I can shelter you like the hunted dove whom I've saved the claws of a hawk. Oh, you know a true man's heart, Nora. There's something indescribably sweet, soothing to a man who has forgiven his wife, honestly forgiven her, from the bottom of his heart. She becomes his property, no double since she is as though burned again. Though she has become, so to speak, once his wife and his child, as we shall henceforth be to me, my bewildered, helpless darling. Don't trouble without anything, Nora, I will only open your heart to me. Why, what's this? You're not gone to bed. You've changed your dress?
Yes, Torvald. Now I've changed my dress.
But why now? So late.
I shall not sleep tonight.
But, Nora dear.
It's not so late yet. Sit down, Torvald. You and I have much to say to each other.
Nora, what does this mean? Your cold set face.
Sit down. It will take some time. I have much to talk over with you.
You will alarm me, Nora. I don't understand you.
No, that's just it. You don't understand me. And I have never understood you till tonight.
How do you mean?
We have been married 8 years. Does it not strike you that this is the first time we two, you and I, man and wife, have talked together seriously?
Seriously? What do you call seriously?
During the 8 whole years and more, ever since the day we first met, we've never exchanged one serious word about serious things.
Why, my dearest Nora? What have you do with the serious things?
You have never loved me. You only thought it amusing to be in love with me.
Why, Nora, what a thing to say.
Yes, it is so, Torvald. While I was at home with father, he used to tell me all his opinions, and I held the same opinions even if I had others. I said nothing about them because he wouldn't have liked it. He used to call me his doll child and play with me as I played with my dolls. Then I came to live in your house.
What an expression to use about our marriage.
I mean, I passed from father's hands to yours. You arranged everything according to your taste, and I got the same taste as you. Or I pretended to. I don't know which, both ways perhaps, sometimes one, sometimes the other. When I look back on it now, I seem to have been living here like a beggar from hand to mouth. I lived by performing tricks for you, Torvald. But you would have it so. You and father have done me a great wrong. It is your fault that my life has come to nothing.
Why, Nora, how unreasonable and ungrateful you are. Have you not been happy here?
No, never. I thought I was, but I never was.
No, not happy?
No, only merry. And you have always been so kind to me, but our house has nothing but been a playroom. Here I've been your doll wife, just as our home used to be Papa's doll child. And the children, in their turn, have been my dolls. I thought it was fun when you played with me, just as the children did when I played with them. That has been our marriage, Torvald.
There is some truth in what you say, exaggerated and overstrained though it might be, but henceforth it shall be different. Playtime is over. Now comes the time for education.
Whose education, mine or the children's?
Both, my dear Nora.
Oh, Torvald, you are not the man to teach me to be fit wife for you.
And you can say that?
Did you not say yourself a few minutes ago you dare not trust me with them?
In the excitement of the moment. Why should you dwell upon that?
No, you are perfectly right. That problem is beyond me. There is another to be solved. First, I must try to educate myself. You are not the man to help me in that. I must set about it alone, and that is why I am leaving you.
What do you mean to say?
I must stand quite alone if I am ever to know myself, my surroundings, so I cannot stay with you.
Nora!
I am going at once. I dare say Christina will take me in for tonight.
You are mad. I shall not allow it. I forbid it.
It is no use to forbid me from anything now. I shall take what belongs to me. From you I will accept nothing, either now nor afterwards.
What madness is this?
Tomorrow I shall go home. I mean, to what was my home. It will be easier for me to find some opening there.
Oh, in your blind experience.
I must try to gain experience, Torvald.
To forsake your own home, your husband, and your children, you don't consider what the world will say.
I can pay no heed to that. I only know what I must do.
This is monstrous. Can you forsake your holiest duties in this way?
What do you consider my holiest duties?
Your duties to your husband and your children.
I have other duties equally scarce.
Impossible. What duties do you mean?
My duties toward myself.
Before all else, you are a wife and a mother.
That I no longer believe. I believe that therefore all else I am a human being. Just as much as you are, or at least I should try to become one. I know that most people agree with you, Torvald, and that they say so in the books, but henceforth I cannot be satisfied with what most people say, and what books I must think out for myself.
Are you not clear about the place in our own home? Have you not infallible guide of questions like these? Have you not religion?
Oh, Torvald, I don't really know what religion is.
What do you mean?
I know nothing about what Pastor Hens told me when I was confirmed. He explained that religion was this and that. When I get away from all of this and stand alone, I will look into that matter too. I'll see whatever he taught me is right, or at any rate, whether it's right for me.
Oh, this is unheard of. And for such a young of a woman. But if religion cannot keep you right, let me appeal to your conscience. For I suppose you have some moral feeling, or answer me, perhaps you have none?
Well, Torvald, it's not easy to say. I really don't know. I am all at sea about these things. I only know what I think differently from you about them.
You talk like a child. You don't understand the society in which you live.
No, I do not. But now I shall try to learn.
Nor you are ill. You are feverish. I almost think of you are out of your senses.
I have never felt so much clearness and certainty as tonight.
You are clear and certain enough to forsake your husband and children.
Yes, I am.
There's only one explanation possible.
What is that?
You no longer love me.
No, that is just it.
Nora, can you say so?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Torvalds. For you've always been so kind to me, but I can't help it. I do not love you any longer.
Are you clear and certain to the point too?
Yes,
Can you make it clear for me how fortified are your love?
yes, I can. It was this evening when the miracle did not happen, for then I saw you were not the man I imagined.
I don't understand.
When Krogstad's letter laid in the box, it never for a moment occurred to me that you would think of submitting to that man's conditions. I was convinced you would say to him, "Make it known to the world," and then,
Well, when I've given my own wife's name up to disgrace and shame,
then I firmly believe that you would come forward, take everything upon yourself, and say, "I am the guilty one."
Nora,
You mean I would never accept such a sacrifice? No, certainly not. But what would my accessions have been worth in observation of yours? That was the miracle that I hoped for and dread, and I was to hinder that I wanted to die.
I would gladly work for you day and night, Nora, bear sorrow and want you for your sake, but no man sacrifices his honor, even for the one he loves.
Millions of women have done so.
Oh, you think and talk like a silly child.
Very likely. But you neither think nor talk like a man. I can share my life with, when your terror was over, not for that threatened me, but for yourself. When there was nothing more to fear, it seemed as if though nothing had happened. I was your lark again, your doll, just as before, whom you would have taken twice as much care of in the future, because she was so weak and so fragile. Torvald, in that moment, it burst upon me that I have been living here these 8 years with a strange man, that I born to him 3 children.
I see it. I see it. An abyss has opened between us. Nor can it never be filled up.
As I now am I no wife to you.
I have strength to become another man.
Perhaps when your doll is taken away from you.
To depart from you, Nora, no. I can't grasp the thought.
The more reason for things to happen.
Nora, no, not now. Wait till tomorrow.
I can't spend the night in a strange man's house.
Oh, can we not live here? As brother and sister?
You know very well that wouldn't last long. Goodbye, Torvald. No, I won't go to the children. I know they are in better hands than mine, as I now am. I can be nothing to them.
But sometime, nor sometime.
How can I tell? I have no idea what will become of me.
But you are my wife, now and always.
Listen, Torvald, when a wife leaves her husband's house, as I am doing, I have heard that in the eyes of the law he is free from all his duties to her. At any rate, I release you from all duties. You must not feel yourself bound any more than I shall. There must be perfect freedom of both sides. There, I give you back your ring. Give me mine.
That too?
That too.
Here.
Now, it's all over. The Sylvans will know everything in the house better than I do. Tomorrow, Christina will come to pack up my things I brought with me from home. I will have them sent after me.
All over, Nora. Will you never think of me again?
Oh, I shall think of you. And the children. And this house.
May I write to you?
No, never. You must not.
But I must send you.
Nothing, nothing.
I must help you if you need it.
No. I take nothing from strangers.
Nor I can never be more than a stranger to you.
Oh, Torvald. Then the miracle of miracles would have to happen.
What is the miracle of miracles?
Both of us would have to change so that... Oh, Torvald, I no longer believe in miracles.
But I will believe. Tell me. We must change that.
That communication between us shall be a marriage. Goodbye.
Nora. Empty. She's gone. The miracle of miracles.